Welcome everybody to the Depression Session podcast. My name is Jay and I'm joined with my co-hosts Gearoid aka Spuds
Hello.
and Devious Destroyer aka Robbie.
Hey, how's it going?
And this is our podcast where we will be talking about relevant things on the internet and, maybe some real world problems and news as well. And that leads me into my first topic of the podcast. The coronavirus, unfortunately, has come upon the earth this year, guys. So everybody's been in quarantine now for what is it, nearly a month? Especially
Yeah.
where we live.
Yeah, probably about a month by now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So my first question for you guys was going to be, what have you been doing in quarantine to keep yourself sane? Or like, what is the best thing that you've done in quarantine to make life feel normal?
Mainly just playing video games on my phone, watching things like Netflix and YouTube all day, and just eating food, pretty much.
Literally, like that's just the everyday norm, to be honest. Like, I think,
Yeah, but like I don't go outside. We're not allowed outside, and I'm not able to interact with my friends outside as well. Like, so it kind of sucks.
yeah, I think that's. I was doing all that stuff before quarantine. I think I was training for quarantine beforehand. It's like I knew, I knew what was going to happen.
Well, like I think the best thing to do in quarantine is like obviously keep in touch with your friends and stuff because like there's nothing worse than sitting at home and just being alone the whole time because that's just bad for your mental health in general.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
it
like
is.
obviously people are allowed to go out for like their recommended exercise, like one walk a day or something. So like try and make the most of that. So like go out and have your walk and just try and keep calm and carry on like.
Yeah, yeah. And also, one thing to say is that if you are going outside for your daily exercise or whatever it is, make sure to stay away from people. Social distancing.
And
Nothing's
all
going to
that.
get better if we all keep messing about and disrespecting Boris Johnson, mate. Listen to what he says. Listen to Lord Boris.
The man got coronavirus himself, like.
Yeah, and he beat it. My guy is a living legend.
Yeah, sure. Didn't he go into a ICU
Yeah, intense.
at one point?
Yeah.
Intense care unit.
Yeah, but
I
if
believe.
if
Yeah.
Boris can beat it, that is a message that anybody can beat it.
How old is
Yeah.
Boris? He's like 60 something, isn't
No, he's like 50 something. He's like 53 or something.
I always thought he was older than that.
he? Yeah, he looks
Oh,
quite
I
old.
swear
Like,
to God, he's
his
only
hair, his
53.
hair looks, his hair looks quite fake.
Ah, but like, sure, look at that. Look at young Donny's over in America, like.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
but
Trump's hair, mate. But he's 70, so
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Boris Johnson is 55.
did you just
Oh,
Google
very
that?
Yeah.
You just Googled how old Boris is. Oh, that's great. So, obviously, being in quarantine, we're all just messing about, watching Netflix, eating junk food, sleeping at weird times, playing games.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
I guess one thing I would say is, what games are you enjoying playing the most right now?
What games am I enjoying playing the most now? Well, like, the games I've been playing most recently would be Rainbow Six Siege, which obviously I'd be playing with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always fun. Siege is always a fun game when you're playing it with your friends, no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
besides that time, I absolutely rage quitted.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
I
forget
remember that. I went off that. I actually did really well that match as well. You missed the claymore kill that I got.
No,
was really funny.
like, because I was just playing it, and then things just went downhill. I was like, Joe, I don't want to play anymore. But anyway,
don't want
um,
to play anymore.
the new Predator Hunting Grounds game, I reached level 100 in that, like 3 days after it came out.
Jesus. Sweat
Yeah.
alert.
I'm only like 60 something on that. I need to grind
Well,
it
that's
out more.
because we found that XP glitch on Reddit. So I was going through the subreddit, and someone in the comments had said that there's an XP glitch. Because if you go into a private match with your friends, you can still earn XP. So there's this thing where if the Predator looks at the fire team member, he gets 10 XP a second. So literally, if you were just to stand beside your friend for the 15 minutes, you could get up to 30,000 XP if you had the XP doubler as well.
Nice. I mean, I think
Yeah.
I'm only level 6 on Predator, so I can't, I can't really compete with you two.
Are you
But
playing
But
much of
like,
Predator, are you?
nah, not really.
Why not?
The last time I played it was that time when I said I was playing it when we were at a party together. That was it.
yeah. Well, I quite enjoyed the game. I thought it was pretty fun. I feel like there's a lot more they can do with the game. I feel like it's not completely finished yet.
I feel like what they need to do, I think, to keep a concurrent player base is keep updating it, keep on adding new stuff, add new
Yeah,
maps, add new characters, add new weapons, add new uh, cosmetic items, just to keep people involved and happy.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing anyway. They're releasing a new big update soon anyway that should fix some of the bugs that are in the game. I will admit the game is quite buggy in its current state.
Yeah,
Uh, like even me and Spuds have encountered a lot of bugs playing the game. Like there's ones where you'll be running along the ground, but it'll still display like the HUD that you're up in the tree and stuff like that, and you can't do anything properly, and different
Yeah, it like
things like
locks
that.
you if you're going only
Yeah.
in two directions.
So different fixes like that, and obviously introducing new cosmetics, different characters. I hope they release new predators that you can play and different things like that, or even a custom predator or something like that.
I mean,
I think would greatly increase the game.
one thing that I think I would like for them to add is Arnie. I'd love to be able
Oh,
to
I
just
would
play as
absolutely
Arnie.
love that. Yeah,
Think of how many people would buy the game just for that reason, to be able to play as
yeah.
Arnold in a game. That would be sick.
And then they just like release the little like voice clip of him just saying "Get to the chopper." Like,
I thought that was already in the game. Is that not?
yeah,
It is, but
it's
like you
not
don't say it
it's
the way
not
he says it.
his voice clip that says it, but like they say it in the game, but it's not his voice clip, which is disappointing.
Oh, that's not very good. I mean, I know that Spuds, you've been playing a lot of Warzone.
Bit of Warzone and a bit of Modern Warfare multiplayer as well. I'm kind of getting a bit addicted to it now,
So
especially because of the new Obsidian camo as well. I'm trying to grind that out. It's a
yeah,
lot
so
of grinding.
so when Warzone
And
first came out, I wasn't really a massive fan of it, but I've been watching a lot of Vicstar. That guy is just a beast in
Yeah,
it.
everyone watches Vixen.
And I think, yeah,
yeah,
watching
Victor,
him,
yeah.
it's actually made me go, you know what, I actually really want to just try this game out now. So I'm thinking I might jump on it and start playing some Warzone soon.
See,
You can only do trios,
I would
though.
absolutely love to play Warzone, but I cannot connect to the servers, which is really disappointing.
You know what?
No, every time I go to
What's
connect, it says sorry, no connection. So
what's your NAT type set to?
it's still two like, which is moderate. So I don't know, which is a
Oh.
pity. I'm sure I'll get it working someday. So
Hopefully.
And then obviously I know the other game is you guys have been playing a lot of GTA because that got an update recently.
Well, GTA gets updates every week.
Yeah,
They add like
I
new
mean
cars and
the new
triple and stuff.
the gang war sort of thing.
Oh Jesus,
oh,
yeah,
the purple alien versus the green alien.
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Even
that.
everybody's been telling me to get on GTA to play that with them now. Even my brother and that.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
like
kind of getting that on.
I was playing GTA on PC and I went into a lobby. I saw about four aliens maybe
Is
for
that
a
it?
lobby that I joined. Yeah, so like I probably saw 16 in total. Like, but no, there's actually not that many people that do it,
Hmm.
and I'm
I
pretty sure
thought
it's
it
pretty
was
expensive
massive.
to do it as well. I'm pretty sure someone told me the suits are really expensive to buy for new
Yeah,
ones.
they cost about 300,000 each, and
Yeah,
for the green alien and the purple alien, and then on top of that, people are buying like insurgents, the technical insurgents, and
yeah,
customizing them as well, which costs loads of money as well on top of that. Like, so it's mainly just like the high ranks that have all the cars and stuff and the jets, and then it's like the low ranks just have the suits and they're kind of just mooching off them.
I really thought, I thought anything to do with GTA, it's always so big. Like the amount of people that play GTA is massive. So whenever they add anything new, it will blow any other game out the park. So I really thought a lot of people would be playing this.
no, I didn't see that many people personally anyway, but I'm sure there's plenty. Like, I
But
wouldn't doubt
I've
it.
only
Like,
been getting into public lobbies by myself and solo because I've been grinding at Casino High, so I haven't been seeing too much. But I know a good few friends that have green alien suits, and they're telling me as well that they're in a good few lobbies with people. Like,
But yeah. So
and
yeah, go on, Spud.
I don't know though. I think that I think it will be dying down soon because on TikTok you don't see as much stuff talking about it anymore, or on Instagram.
I would also just like to mention one thing. I know this is backtracking back to Warzone, but I remember I read, do you know the new update that they released, removing bounty contracts
Hmm.
from Warzone and the most wanted contracts. Um, they've actually backtracked on that and removed that from the new update, so they're not getting rid of those now.
They're not.
Just as a bit of insider news, because the devs got so much backlash that they're like, do you know what, maybe we should just leave this in the game. So that's what they did.
Just leave it in
Like
the game.
the bounty stuff is pretty interesting though, like because you get a bit of money, like if you
Yeah,
end up
and
killing
that's the main
whatever.
reason for it, is just to hunt down players, get a bit of money, and then buy your team back or buy a loadout or whatever you want with it. Like,
It's like an easy kill because you can see exactly where they are. Like
yeah,
I think as well, like it adds identity to Warzone. Like no other battle royale is
has
like
that kind of
Warzone.
stuff. Yeah,
Like they've
yeah,
actually really recaptured like a new kind of form. Like obviously Fortnite had introduced the building. Apex
yeah.
introduced I forgot, but Apex was completely different, and now Warzone is completely different as well. And I think that's the key to being a successful battle royale game is having your own.
Is bringing something to the table, like something
Yeah,
new,
yeah,
so it keeps players interested. Like, yeah, definitely.
yeah. No, they need to get rid of more players as well because like when you're in the final circle on squads, like there'll be like 5 squads in the final circle. It's so hard.
Oh
So I
yeah,
think
fair enough.
having the bounties just gets rid of more people quicker. Like
Quicker, yeah.
yeah. I think so. Moving away from games, I would say that right now on YouTube, I've noticed there is a lot more content being added in terms of like it's a lot. There's a lot more people uploading more frequently. There's a lot more people streaming every day that I've noticed that they weren't before the lockdown. So would you say
Such
that,
as yourself.
yeah, such as myself, but would you say that YouTubers right now are benefiting off of the coronavirus?
Oh,
oh,
definitely,
definitely, yeah.
definitely, yeah. Like, do you know, like, say if we weren't in lockdown now, I wouldn't be sitting inside watching. Well, I probably do that a few days a week where I sit inside and I watch YouTube all day. But like most of the time, I'd be out with my friends. But now, since
Oh,
Oh,
I think
see
we've
there?
had a technical
Yeah,
difficulty. I think
yeah.
I think I think Robbie's just cut out. Anyway, leading on from
no,
that.
sorry, I was being given food.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm starting getting some onion rings.
He got abducted.
I'm so sorry about that.
Please
Uh,
continue.
Anyway, yeah, but like, do you know, I'd be sitting inside watching YouTube, but like, I'd also be out with my friends. But like, now that I'm constantly stuck inside watching YouTube, obviously their ad revenue, do you know, all their sponsors and everything like that are getting more clicks and more views, so they're definitely benefiting off it, 100%.
Yeah, and also I've noticed that a lot of them are selling coronavirus merch, as you were. They're selling custom-made fan masks.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Morgs selling
but
masks. But
see, the
he's
thing
100% of the
is you
profits.
can
He's every
only,
sponsor.
yeah, that's the thing, is you can only do that is if you are giving the profits away to charity, because I'm pretty sure it is illegal to benefit off coronavirus. So if you were just selling T-shirts that, you know, just say "stay away from me" or whatever, and you make profits off that, I'm pretty sure, you know, like, that's illegal to keep those profits unless you are giving them to charity.
Yeah. Plus, like, I think even if like you were benefiting off it, wouldn't you feel morally wrong like that? Just at least give
Oh,
some of it to
definitely, yeah.
charity.
Because like you are benefiting off like people dying, like people are dying of this, you know, every day. And now
Yeah.
that you're selling, you know, a mask that says, you know, two
So
feet
try and
away at all
close.
times, you know, it's not right. Or well, 6 feet away.
So obviously,
Stay 6 feet away, people. Come on.
so obviously, due to the coronavirus, a lot of stuff is gonna be muddled up this year and next year. Like everything's been cancelled for this year or been pushed to the end of the year, whether that will still actually happen or not. I believe kids can't take their GCSEs anymore in school. They have to take it next year. But how's that going to affect, the years before? And so I don't know how the world is going to go back to normality after this?
I have a feeling that most companies are going to drop prices in pretty much everything. I have a feeling that a lot of car companies are going to drop the prices, like dramatically, because no one will have
Obviously,
money
there's
to
going to
pay
be
for it.
like really big economic,
Yeah, I noticed
really
that.
bad economic situations after this.
I know that some people, obviously, people still have to pay bills, and
Yeah,
that's a struggle. But I've noticed that some things are no longer charging people. For example, my gym membership, the gym has not charged me at all since the coronavirus has gone
but
on.
that's because the gym is closed down.
Exactly, but like, there's certain things now that people won't have to pay for, and they don't have to worry about that. And I think these certain businesses that you would have to pay for know that. So now,
But you know the way that business isn't getting revenue now from your membership,
yeah,
and that's really their only way of getting income is from people going to the gym. That's what gyms do. So now they have a building that they're probably paying rent for, and they're probably, bleeding money paying for rent, paying for all the other stuff that they have to maintain inside that gym. Like if that gym can't afford to keep doing all of those things, that gym's going to end up closing down in, your local area, and that could happen to loads of other places too.
yeah,
Well, I'm fairly sure most places where we are, they don't have to pay for their mortgages or rent
Yeah, they're
anymore. It's
getting
like postponed.
a relief. Yeah, a
Uh,
relief. But that's the thing is, I heard a lot of people joking about the Corona dole, as they call it. So the Corona benefit that you get here in Ireland, which is €350 a week, I believe.
yeah,
Am I
it's
right in
roughly
that?
about that.
Yeah.
Depends if you're full time or
So
part time.
yeah. So like some people are like, oh, I'm getting paid more now than I did when I was actually working. But see, the problem with that is after this is all over, what people don't realize is you're going to have to pay that back. The government aren't just going to give you money for free. So there, anyone that has applied for this and that is, working and getting, well, was working and is getting this now, when they go back to work, they will be taxed until they paid back what they have taken from the government.
yeah.
So it's only
I
fair,
heard about
like.
that.
Yeah, it is fair, but you did lose your job and everything like that, and different
Hopefully,
things like that.
hopefully people haven't lost their jobs, permanently. They'll get
Yeah.
hopefully
Oh,
they'll get their
definitely. Yeah.
jobs back after this is all blown over, which apparently is meant to be. I don't know about there in Ireland, but over here in England, we are meant to be ending this at the end of May. Hopefully, that's when we can all start
Um.
going back outside.
In, in about
Yeah.
12 days, we're allowed to meet up with our friends again. That's what our Taoiseach said.
But that's like school is closed until September, and that has been announced by the government in Ireland. So we're not going back to
Thank God.
school till September.
Wow, lucky.
Um, our version of the GCSEs, the junior cert, has been cancelled permanently. So
Permanently.
yeah, so they won't have to do them next year. They don't have to do anything for it this year. They're going getting their certificate to say that they passed, and that's it. And they're moving on then.
Wow.
Whereas the leaving cert, which obviously is the final government exam you do here, they're going allowing them to come back to school. Obviously, social distancing and everything like that, to allow them to study, and they will continue with their exams though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one other thing that I wanted to, moving away from all of that,
The depressing
Yeah.
stuff.
wanted to move on to other stuff. For this is a new thing for us, our new podcast, first episode, the pilot, and I kind of wanted to talk about what are our goals and what are we looking to achieve this year. It could be to do with anything. What are we individually looking forward to achieving this year? So I don't know if
In
one of you want to
term,
start.
in terms of online or just in general?
It could be anything online, what you want to do in your personal life, if you want to better yourself, anything.
Well, in terms of video games and stuff, I went to Platinum, GTA, Predator Hunting Grounds, Rainbow Six Siege, that's my main goals for in terms of video games. But in my social life, I hope to meet up with my friends more and go out more and just enjoy my time with them. That's pretty much it though for this year. I don't know.
Robbie?
Um, that's actually quite a good question. So, online would probably be to upload or stream a bit more because my schedule has been a little up and down lately.
Yeah.
But then in actual life, my goal would probably just be, seeing my friends again, try and get everything back to normal. I say would be my goal for this year, because like once we are through with this and all of this is over, everything's not going to go back to normal. So my plan would hopefully be to try and normalize my life a bit.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds good.
What about you, Jay?
Uh, well, in terms of like online, maybe, just try. I'd love for us to get this channel to more than 100 subs by the end of the year. That would be a goal for all of us, I'd say. I'd just love to build my other channels, carry on with that. In terms of like, in person and in my life, I'd like to go to the gym more. I would say I was definitely slacking before lockdown. I think I would take it more seriously, and probably just try and live. I don't want to say this because it sounds like such a douchey thing to say. Live life more to the max, like, because you don't know when this could happen again. So just do as much things as you can. Go out more, do more stuff with friends. Yeah, that's really it.
I
Really.
think that's pretty well put.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I know that a lot of people had like holidays booked and
Oh
events
yeah,
events booked, but there's gonna be that they've either been moved on to the end of the year or they'll be coming next year. So you got something to look forward to
Hmm.
prior.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to Longitude. Most people in Ireland were looking forward to Longitude, but it got
Yeah, this
unfortunately
big concert,
cancelled.
yeah, got cancelled.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be going next year. Touch wood, nothing bad happens again. But
I don't think anything bad will happen. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx it now.
I
they
know
might
that.
they might postpone it just to be extra safe. Even
Yeah.
I don't know though.
So I was reading this thing where it said, things to continue doing after coronavirus is over, which is like social distancing and not going to large gatherings and different things like that, which
It's understandable.
has its purpose, not to in case there was a second wave or something, to come back.
A
But
relapse. Yeah.
yeah, but like hopefully, when a vaccine and everything comes out, everything should go back to normal.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so the next thing that I've got bullet pointed for us to talk about is career paths. So I guess what
Nice.
like what like we're looking to go into in the future, or what we want to do in the future.
I
I
think
don't
we
know
should
if you
let
were
you start
streaming.
this.
Yeah.
What was that?
You should start.
I think you should start. Yeah.
Me start this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I would like to uh do something with music. Obviously, I'd like
Yeah.
to do that. I don't know about this year now, but maybe, next year or something. I'd really like to focus on that. Obviously, the dream job would be streamer. Playing video games for a living, YouTuber. It's just obviously that is a bit far fetched.
Living in the phase house.
Oh no, no, I wouldn't want to live with the Phase members. No, I'm good. I don't want to be a part of Phase. They wouldn't have me anyway. I'm English.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't.
Phase Brexit.
Phase Brexit. That actually sounds amazing. That is a great name. All right. So what about you guys then? Go on.
I think I joked about this on your stream once. I'm not sure, but I said I wouldn't mind going into the biochemical weapons manufacturing.
Oh yeah, I
If
remember when you said that.
an opportunity arises.
I definitely thought you were joking.
Girl's
Like,
going to destroy the world. Like,
I wouldn't mind it. You know how interesting that sounds? Making like a nemesis from Resident Evil 3.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
So Spud wants to destroy the world. Robbie, what do you want to do?
Well, I have two different things I've been thinking about.
Please tell.
One is psychology, because I'm very, interested in that aspect of like mental health and different things like that. But very hard to get into, obviously. So if that doesn't work, I have my backup plan, which is doing saturation diving, which because I already do scuba diving. I do non-saturation scuba diving. So by saturation scuba diving would be going, a couple of 100 feet down into the water, repairing oil wells and different things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Which
gonna
obviously
pretend I
it's
know
a
what
very
that
good
is.
paying job. Yeah. But it's just where you go to the bottom of the water, basically, on oil rigs or something like that, and you repair pipes that are at the bottom and different things like that.
Okay, and now my last bullet point says anything
mm,
else.
yes.
It says improvise, guys. So is there anything you guys like to talk about?
Well, like, do you plan to make an EP? Would you mind making one of those, would you, in terms of music?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to release an EP. Definitely. Whether that would happen this year or not, I don't know.
Why don't you tell us the name of your band and what you are, so like people know, what's happening?
I'm part of a band called The Reason Why. Um, that's the thing. We haven't really done anything in terms of putting anything out yet.
Yeah,
But one of our members has recently got his hands on the equipment needed to make music.
which
So
is
hopefully,
perfect.
so hopefully, during this lockdown, we can actually start. And
Yeah,
after the lockdown is over, when we can all meet up, it will actually kick off into something, and maybe this year we will release music. So hopefully,
and when you get famous, you can't forget us.
guys,
Exactly.
you can come to every show. Come to every show.
Yeah,
Free tickets.
we'll be getting the VIP passes. Like, come on.
Oh.
Oh, you can be like the two girls wearing the bras at the front. You can just wave them in the air.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
sign my boobs.
I would definitely sign your boobs, but
Thanks.
I'd also just like to mention something to the people watching this. If we, appear awkward or anything like that, that's because we are literally sitting down, on our couches, on our bed, in our chairs and stuff like that. And we're not looking at each other, like we don't have a computer screen or anything. We
Yeah.
can't see each other. We are literally sitting in a PlayStation party, just recording our voices, just talking to each other. That's
Yep.
why, it seems a little weird.
I'd say as well, yeah.
I'll start simple. Start simple, and then
Exactly.
we go
I'd
big.
say it's our first time doing it as well, so hopefully next week, it won't be as awkward because it'll be like, oh, we did this.
More
So,
comfortable.
and
Yeah.
obviously we're gonna have a week to prepare like topics that we want to talk about. Whereas
Yeah, like
this today
literally
was
the
a bit
topics that we prepared were, you threw them into the group chat last night at like
exactly. Literally, the 30 seconds I was like this, there, and that's it. That's all
Yeah.
that's in my head. I don't know.
and then this morning we were like, yeah, we'll roll with those.
Exactly, we'll roll with it. We'll be more prepared next week. We're sorry.
Yeah. But sure, this is our first one, and this was just introducing our podcast and the different things we'd be talking about. Showing our opinions on different things and just having a bit of fun, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else we want to talk about, guys?
Like, I'm just munching
well,
down on
what's-
the burger that I was given.
what's the time at now? So we don't want to be all.
I'd say
taking up
we've been
people's time.
going for about half an hour. So, yeah,
If you
I
want, we
don't
can
know.
go for a bit more. Like, I don't really mind.
I don't know how long our podcast's going to be. I'd probably say, well, just before half an hour. So I'd probably say our podcast will be around half an hour to 45 minutes, anywhere between there, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends how
then-
much news we want to talk about.
Yeah. So it could be anywhere from like half an hour to an hour, we'll just say,
Yeah,
depending on how well we have prepared the week before.
exactly. And like maybe like one week we'll get a guest, and then it'll be a bit longer. That'd be so weird though.
Yeah, we'll just drag out random people that we
No,
met,
no,
like,
'cause
Rainbow
if-
Six
if-
Siege
yeah.
party.
If we get a guest, for example, like we came in contact with somebody that had thousands of subs on YouTube, It'd be so weird. We'd have to add them on PSN, get them at a PlayStation party.
Party and then record a podcast with them. That would probably be the strangest experience
They would love it though. They'd
you
be like,
could have on PlayStation.
"This is
Yeah.
great." I
But
think
then
they'd love it.
you'd have to go through their whole channel and watch everything and find out stuff about them to ask. You're not just gonna drag them into a PlayStation party and be like, "What's it like to have 20,000 subscribers?" And they're just sitting there like, yeah, it's pretty cool." Like, you know,
Well, yeah, the whole podcast would be centered around them, just asking them
yeah.
questions and stuff. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I think I already have one person in mind that we could have as a guest.
well, keep that on the low
Right.
for
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say it, but I think I've got one guy that I could talk to him and see if he would come on.
Same. I've already sent a letter. I know I shouldn't be telling you guys, but I'm
letter.
thinking about getting Joe Rogan on the podcast.
That'd be really cool.
Well, no, I was thinking about getting Logan Paul on. Impulsive podcast meets depression session podcast. Which one can win?
We'll get Chad from Anything
Depression and
Confusing.
impulsion. Both of those things do not go together.
Oh mate, if we could have like one day, if this podcast can turn into something like Cold Ones, I'd love it. I'd love it. All
That
of us
would
just
be really
ordering
cool.
crack pipes off Wish. We'll just smoke some Chinese herbs.
Jesus
and-
Christ.
Drinking loads of Australian lager, like, wouldn't be too bad.
I think that'd be a great career path.
Oh god, yeah.
We could be a mix between like cold ones and the hot ones.
Oh yeah,
Wings.
yeah.
We'll be eating chicken wings while just smoking our Asian, herbs in a crack pipe.
Are we allowed to talk about this kind of stuff? I don't-
I don't know. You
We're over
probably
10 minutes in, like, the filter bot. Stop
will.
listening.
Yeah, the
Stop
person
listening.
that stopped listening to us.
We were all
Talk
nice
whatever
in the
we
first
want
10
now.
minutes, yeah. That should be
Yeah.
our rule. Nice for 10 minutes, after, say whatever you want.
Pretty much. Are you looking forward to anything once this is all over now?
Seeing my
Um,
friends.
I'd
Definitely.
probably say, well, standard stuff that gamers like every year. You know, as it comes to the end of the year, you got new games.
New games.
The
Everything like that.
PS5, Xbox, the new Xbox. You know, everything's coming out at the end of the year. So that's what we got to look forward to after this. Start of the year was bad, end of the year will be good.
I'm just looking forward to my hair growing back.
Oh,
Because-
yeah.
I held on that trend of shaving your hair, and I regret it completely.
Saying that, right, I've had my head shaved for nearly over a year by now.
Yeah.
I'd say nearly a year. But recently both of my head razors were given away. So now I'm going to have to let like all my facial hair and all my hair grow out, which I think will be a fun experience. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Make you
I mean,
look
if
like a
you want-
Wookiee.
I can always give you
Yeah.
a haircut if you need it, like.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
see. I'm
you-
gonna grow out my hair. I'm gonna see how long I can grow out my hair.
You have a fine head of hair like once I did.
Yeah.
I did, to be fair. I really liked my hair, even though I was looked like a sheep some days. But once I got it properly cut, it was really nice. You know. You got that fade in the
Like
back.
you didn't have to cut your. I find that so funny. Is so many people have cut their hair in quarantine.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Everybody that I met what I find really funny is I said to my friends last summer, I said, boys, you have to shave your heads. You have to shave your heads with me next summer. And they were going, "You know what, maybe, sure, we'll see." And all the lads had to get their heads shaved because they couldn't go to the barbers,
That is funny, yeah.
which is perfect because I was the only one that had my head shaved and all the boys had to go get their head shaved.
Now you're all bald.
Yeah, most of my friends that I know have got their head shaved.
We look like a military troop now.
Yeah.
Buzz cuts.
Oh, God.
I'm getting the bottom of my hair now. It used to be like a straight line going across, but now it's growing out a bit, so it's kind of a bit messed up. I might have to whip out the stool again and get someone to tidy it up for me a bit, but besides that, it's okay. Like, it's getting a bit more volume to it. It used to be like completely flat out, but now it's growing out a bit more. I'm kind of happy.
Yeah, that's one thing that someone said to me is after this is all over, when everyone steps outside for the first time, you're going to see loads of people that are bald and then loads of people that have super overgrown hair. It's going to be a fun mixture of the both. There's going to be so many people in barbers and hairdressers.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
make loads of money.
they're gonna make a load of money after this.
They're gonna make thousands. Like,
Yeah. Like the barbers and hairdressers are gonna be like the richest people in the world after this now. Like,
Jeff Bezos is gonna have to open up his own barbers.
yeah,
He's like, I'm cashing in
man
on
has
that.
no hair himself. Like,
I bet he still shaves.
Yeah.
My druggy barber would be richer than he already is.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Alright, guys, we don't want to expose anybody.
No. Well, I think it's a little too late for that at this point.
Oh
Well,
god,
Only people that actually know me know where I get my haircuts. Like,
nice.
I could get it off my dad for
from
all
you
we know.
saying that, I know where you get your haircut.
My dad could give me a haircut for all we know. Like, you know,
You just
But
called
he
your
did
daddy a druggie.
he did give me the buzz cut, so
Oh
I
god.
suppose he technically is my barber at the moment.
So, moving away from hair, guys, because I think we spent quite a large amount of time on that. Is there anything else you guys would like to add to the podcast before, we end it?
Not really. Like,
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about some of the new releases that were coming out.
Okay.
In particular, I want to talk about Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes, that
oh,
game looks
yeah.
good. Yeah.
It looks good, doesn't it? So it was meant to be released April 27th,
Yeah.
if I have that right. And then it was pushed back to September, which is, that happens with some games. They just
Yeah.
get pushed back. There's really nothing you can do. But the PS5 and the Xbox One Series, is that
Series.
what it's called? Whatever it's called, yeah. Is coming out this Christmas,
Yeah, yeah.
seasonal, whatever
And
it is.
very end of the year is when they usually come
Yeah.
out.
So what I'm afraid is Cyberpunk's going to get pushed back again, and it won't be made a PS4 release. It'll be made, the new PS5 release. So I feel like that game's going to get pushed back again, and it's going to be released by the time the Xbox 5 comes out. Then that's when Cyberpunk will be coming out.
I think that doesn't really change a lot for me, because I feel like if that game is coming out in September and then the new consoles come out in November or
Yeah.
December, I'm not going to buy any of the new games when they first come out. I might as well just wait till the PS5 comes out, buy that, and then get those games instead of having to buy them twice.
Yeah, I completely get you. Instead, but I think the thing is just going to be backwards compatibility on the PS5. I'm pretty sure there's going to be.
That's what they're doing with Rainbow. So you don't have to re-buy Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
You can
don't
just
have to
put your
re-
Rainbow Six disc into your PS5, and you can play with the PS4 boys.
Yeah.
What
you're on
if
PS5.
what if the games you have are digital download? Will they still cross over?
Yeah, so long as you remember your
yeah, I'd say
login
so.
info,
Yeah, your
I don't
login
see
for
why
your
not.
PSN account. Yeah.
Oh, well, fair play then. Gonna have loads of games to play on.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
think
I'm going to be able to
Warzone-
play Predator on the PS5, guys. Let's go.
That's it.
Oh god. Alright. Well, I think we're drawing to the end then of our podcast. Unless
I suppose so.
I think we've covered pretty much everything that we want to talk about.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll be a little bit more prepared next week, and
yeah.
we'll have a
Next-
lot more things. To
Next
talk
week
about.
will be better. Yeah. And we kind of rushed this one as well. It was like
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's
Very last
I
minute.
woke up at 2 or 3 o'clock. I looked at the
So-
group chats. Are we going doing the podcast today, guys?
it's just like, oh guys, we gotta come on. It's getting later. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That was your taster for the Depression Session podcast, episode 1.
Are you going to promote any of the stuff that the listeners would want to?
I mean,
See?
yeah, obviously all of our channels are linked, on the channel, so you can go subscribe to all of us. Spud doesn't upload, but he has promised to upload it when he hits a certain subscriber threshold.
That's what you said.
He will upload. We'll make him upload.
Will.
We'll make him. But yeah, there you go. Our links are on the
In
channel.
the description.
Make sure you stop in the Discord as well.
Oh, the Discord is great crack. Don't forget to join that.
I
Yeah,
haven't linked the Discord yet, but I'm going to do it literally before this comes out, so it will be. Yeah. Do you? I did the intro. One of you guys could do the outro. God, go on.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. We hope to see you again next week, and thank you for coming to listen.